Book title, My Witch. Author is Rudransh Chauhan. Chapter 4, Truth Behind Him. Like him a lot, I have fallen in love with him. It has been a 7 since I came to this city and I have kissed him. He was very good. I want to ask him out on a date today. Just then the school bell rang and I realized I was sitting inside the classroom and looking out of the window. I had gotten lost in deep thoughts, and when Harry comes beside me, I will ask him out on a date today. Just then, he entered the classroom behind the geography teacher, and Harry came and sat beside me. Some girls and boys made strange noises as if they were telling me that I have found a new boy. The reply was calm when the geography teacher mentioned the name of today's chapter, Sylvanville, and said that this place has a very beautiful view of the full moon. Its geography is the most beautiful in the world. The most fascinating story is of this Sylvanville town, a girl said, and then a boy said, not a story, it's real events. The girl didn't say anything and sat quietly, and it seemed like she had said something wrong. Just then Harry moved his lips close to my ear and said, sorry, but we'll have to stop talking to you both. What? I shouted loudly, but the whole class started looking at me. Harry turned his face towards me and said, calm down, I'll tell you the reason later. What happened? The geography teacher asked. Nothing, I said calmly and sat quietly. The class ended, and it would take another 10 minutes for the next teacher to come. I turned my face towards Harry and looked into his eyes, saying, why can't you talk to me? Have I said something wrong? What should I say, man? After school, when we reach the hill behind, you will know everything, but not now because you have the right to know the truth, Harry said and left the class. Which truth? What truth? Did I do something wrong? Is he a criminal there? Is his family a criminal? Or can it not be that he is gay or bisexual? Such thoughts were coming to my mind. That day was absolutely awful for me. I made a lot of mistakes, and one mistake I made was accidentally kicking the professor when I was about to kick a table. He sent me out of the class and scolded me severely in front of the whole class, making fun of me. Today, Sarah was crying a lot too. I noticed a mark on her shoulder, so I went to her and asked, what's wrong, tell me. We were alone in the class as there was a free period, and everyone else had gone to the playground. Harry had gone out for some work, and I had to meet him behind the hill after school as I had something to tell him. It's nothing, Sarah said, but tears were visible in her eyes. Tell me what's wrong, please, I want to be your friend, I said. She opened her mouth to say something and then closed it. She looked at me for a couple of seconds with her blue eyes and then took her bag and left. I was yelling after her, but she didn't turn back. Time passed and the school got over. I met Harry at the place we had decided, where no one was around. I said to him, let's go now. Yes, his sentence stopped abruptly, and it seemed like he was about to cry. We started walking behind the hill. It was a deserted place. We used to take the shortcut from a big road to reach behind the hill, where a stream was flowing and everything was beautiful. Now tell me, I said. Look, we can't meet anymore because I'm not worthy of you, Harry said, but he wasn't looking at me. I felt like he couldn't gather the courage to look into my eyes. I gazed into his eyes and said, tell me some reason why you're not worthy of me. Sorry, but I can't tell you, he said. You tell me, please. I beg you, I said because I couldn't bear it anymore, and I had no patience left. Because I am a werewolf, he said, and he looked into my eyes. I saw a tear or two in his eyes. What a terrible joke it was. It can't be true. I told him. Did you know that if a werewolf goes into the sunlight, his body starts shining? Harry said. Yes, but, my sentence is incomplete. Because we were standing under a tree, and a little sunlight was coming out. Harry went and stood in the sunlight. I must have gone crazy, because I saw his whole body shining like gold. I mean, I couldn't complete my sentence, and he came back under the tree. I can only have a relationship with a witch. I used to love you, I said, and tears started flowing from my eyes. You were so terrifying, my love would be a werewolf. If that's the case, then why did you do this to me? Why did you? I shouted. Because I love you, he shouted back at me. But I'm a werewolf. I was bitten by a werewolf when I was 8 years old, and according to our tradition, I can only marry a witch. There are many witches in this town, but no one knows, he explained. I love you too, and it doesn't matter to me whether you're a werewolf or an animal, I said. Of course, why would I love an animal? But he was a human and he mattered to me. But I'm not a witch, I said. Of course, you're not, but I can't control myself around you. I used to fall sick because on the night of the full moon, I would turn into a ferocious werewolf, which was kept locked in a room. He looked into my eyes and said, "It's best for you to stay away from me and not tell anyone about my secret." "I won't tell anyone your secret, but you betrayed me," I said. That's when he came closer to me and kissed my lips. It wasn't a betrayal. I was human too once, and love exists within me too. I'm ready to stay with you, I said. Me too, he replied, and we both hugged each other. Then he held my hand. But he said, "Do you trust me?" I immediately replied, "I trust you completely," and then I felt a strong whirl. I felt my hand in my hand and looked outside my house. I saw someone running, and I realized that he had the power to become invisible. I came home, but I didn't tell anything to my mother. I had pizza for dinner that night and went to my room. My mother didn't say anything to me because she had seen me crying today. I went to my room and sat near the window, looking at the view outside. He is so lovely. But what will happen to me if someone kills me? What if someone kills me? Can I become a witch? Such thoughts were running through my mind, and then I felt like I should go to sleep, and I fell asleep, lost in my dream world. A world where I was free, where no one was ahead of me, and no one was behind me, a world of dreams. To be continued.